Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for being here with me today in my virtual kitchen for another cooking class sponsored by Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies. Today I am making a one pot dinner with lentils and kale and brown rice and um, sausages and a lot of spices and herbs, the way I love to cook and teach you how to cook at home. This is part of also a meal that you can do with stuff that are left over in your kitchen and in your refrigerator. So it's an easy weeknight meal that you can do in 20, 30 minutes, and I hope you enjoy it. My name is Chef Dulce Jimenez, and I focus on helping you how to cook more at home with real ingredients for good health and delicious, colorful, and that everybody wants to eat it. So I'm going to make the lentils first without the sausages, and at the end, I will add the sausages for my husband because he likes the sausages. I like it vegan, so everybody's happy. So you can do the same thing at home. If some people don't want to eat certain things, you can just make one pot with whatever everybody likes and then add other ingredients at the end. And I love lentils because lentil has a lot of iron, a lot of fiber, protein, also with kale and onions, garlic, carrots, celery, and all this awesome spices. And then at the end, I drizzle with olive oil, pinch of salt, some pepper, and you can add some cheese. You can add hard cheeses like Parmesan or feta cheese, a soft cheese, which I love. So let's get going. Let's start cooking. I'm going to prep the vegetables and we're going to get going. While the lentils is cooking, because it takes about 20 minutes, that's the good thing about lentils. You don't have to pre-cook the lentils. You have raw lentils and you can put it in with your other ingredients with the broth. You have to put a lot of broth, 1 cup of lentil and 4 cups of water or broth. And then you let it cook until tender, which is 20 minutes at the most. And you don't have to pre-cook it. A lot of people pre-cook it, but it's not necessary. While that gets going, I'm gonna make you a quick snack, a protein bites with a bunch of things that are delicious as well, and your kids are gonna love it. So stay tuned. Let's get going. Let's get cooking. Very simple. I am not using a lot of ingredients. I'm going to use celery, carrots, and onions. So I was saying that I'm going to use only a few ingredients tonight. I'm going to be using celery, red onions, carrots, garlic, spices, and a few other things that I have in my refrigerator. This is a very simple meal that you can make during the week with whatever you have in the refrigerator. I am making a lentil stew. I'm going to make it plant-based, and then at the end, I'm going to add some sausages. I'm going to divide it in two and add some sausages. So right now, I'm going to cut the vegetables very small, like the size of the lentils. When you're making a soup or stew, you want to put all the ingredients kind of the same size and also make sure they cook at the same level. For example, if I'm adding sweet potatoes or um what you say butternut squash or other vegetables that will cook the longest, then I will put those vegetables at the beginning. But right now, I'm going to use some of the vegetables that are already cooked and that I have in my fridge. These are the aromatics. Aromatics are the vegetables that you cook at the beginning, which is onion, celery, carrots, and garlic. So I have my celery, I have my onions, I chop very small. I am not making a lot, but usually I make a huge pot and keep it in the fridge. This is great for freezing and to have it ready for any time of the week. I have my onions ready. I already have onion peel and kind of chop in the refrigerator, so I always have some vegetables prepared. And this is the good thing of prepping, you know, because during the week, you don't have to stay too long preparing the ingredients. The only thing I had to prepare was like the carrots I needed to peel. But like the celery was already washed. I had already some onions. I love it with a lot of carrots, and you can see I'm cutting the carrots in little pieces like the size of the lentils. You will not probably see the carrots. Okay. Okay. The consistent of the cutting is the consistent of a good cook. Because if you put humongous pieces of one vegetables and little pieces of other, the meal is not going to be cooked consistent, right? Having a lot of carrots. I might put a little bit more onions. You can put very little onions. Yeah. So there's a lot of lentils out there. I'm going to show you in a second the ones that I like to use. Sometimes I combine them. Today I'm going to use green lentils. Let me see. You see, I want to have a good balance. The veggies. I think he has a lot of carrots. That's it. To put a little more onion. And if you don't have onions, you can just use garlic. The one thing I don't not you know, maybe if you don't have fresh garlic, you can use garlic powder, but really onions and garlic are a must when you're making this kind of stew because that's going to flavor your meal. Okay, so I have onions, celery, carrots. You can put peppers if you have. Now I'm going to do my garlic, lots of garlic. Uh, way to do your garlic. And you cut the ends. You know that if you have your hands a little bit wet, it's a little bit easier to cut your garlic. You see they get stuck if you don't have your hands wet. So I usually moisten my hands. I don't waste time. There's cool ways to peel your garlic and you put it in a container and you shake it, but you know, it's a container that you have to clean after. So if I have to use a container to peel garlic and then wash it, but what washing, wetting your hands, that's useful. Actually, I'm going to wet my hands a little bit. Let me see, I have garlic in here. Twist this. Okay, and I'm gonna, here's something that I always do. I check the garlic inside when I take that green, ah, green thing. You see that? Take that out. You don't want to eat that. That's the sprout. You don't want to eat that sprout. That sprout give you indigestion, makes you gassy. So always open your garlic and take the sprout out. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but it's worth it. Okay? Cut it half and see the sprout in the middle. Even if it's not green, sometimes it's not green, please take it. Take it off. Yep. You will feel the difference. I was in an event this weekend and they were telling me how they ate a lot. They were telling me how my food was not heavy. Well, first of all, I don't put a lot of oils, but also, and I use a lot of garlic. Also, I take this part of the garlic, believe it or not, it makes a big difference. And let me wet my hands because I have all this garlic in my hands. Let's make my life easier. I wet my hands so it's easier for me to grab the garlic to take that little. If you use a garlic presser or if you put your garlic in the food processor, which I do, and I have garlic puree all the time, I always take this anyways. You see? That you take out. Okay? This is, you see, that thing, green sprout, you should not be eating that. Okay? Okay. Here, tiny little mortar, and I'm going to put a little bit of salt to make a paste. Okay? See, I'm going to add my spices right. You know, I have teach you that when you're putting several spices, you should mix it in a container. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix it with my garlic. So I have turmeric, I'm going to add a little bit of fennel ground, fennel. Just a little bit. Fennel is very potent. And this is whole fennel that I ground myself, so it's even more potent. This is black cumin. This is a powerful spice. The spices has healing properties. Black cumin has a digestive enzyme that will help with digestion and gut health. This is coriander. Coriander is the seed of the cilantro. Very potent. Wow, it's very floral. So it's just a little bit. And I'm gonna put regular cumin. This is gonna be my predominant flavor. Cumin and coriander. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic granules to make it even more potent. And onion granules. Okay? These are dried onion and garlic, and then they make it like in granules. It's not powder or salt. It has no salt or no powder. So I'm mixing this, and look how awesome. Let me see, where's the camera? You can see it. Like that. Now I have all my spices with the garlic mixed in. Okay? Now, that's ready. Now, let's turn on the heat. Okay. Dewey sausage is a smoked sausage that is already cooked. Um, and it's a smoke. Sometimes you can find it pork, beef, and turkey. So I love the turkey one. So usually I use turkey. So this skin I don't like. I take it. So it's super easy. You can just peel it. If you didn't know this, some companies use the intestines of pork or artificial casing, and I don't want either or in my food. So I just peel this, like that, see, and I threw that away. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut it, kind of the same size of I'm cutting everything, little pieces, and I have my andouille sausage for here. Okay, smells wonderful. Has a lot of flavor, smoky flavor that will give to to the lentils. Okay, so now I need to cook the vegetables. Okay, it's not working. Fabulous. To change the gas. I'm going to put a little bit of vegetable stock that I already have warm. And I'm going to cook the vegetables in the broth. Okay, to avoid putting too much oil. I'm going to add all the veggies first. Okay. Cook for vegetables, high heat. Kind of a lot. Oh, I love this combination. It's like a trinity or sofrito. Every country has their own combination. In like New Orleans Creole cooking, they always put celery, onions, garlic, and green peppers. Italians usually put tomatoes. So each cuisine has their own sofrito combination. Indian is garlic and ginger and tomato paste. So this is kind of a combination on all of them. I can put a little bit of green peppers, or if you have it, oh, I have jalapeno. Oh, I think I might put a little bit of jalapeno. Let's get it. chopped poblano peppers. This is kind of a mixture of all kinds of flavors or cuisines. As long as you like it and you have it, use it. They're getting happy. You just wanted to sweat them and add your garlic and spices. As I said before, you can make it all vegetarian, plant-based, and then divide it in two, and then put the sausages to one portion. I'm gonna I'm gonna make it all with the sausages. I'm gonna put some of the vegetable stock. You can use vegetable stock or water. I already have. Oh wow! I wish you can smell this. Oh, this is great. I'm gonna put the kielbasa sausages. Any small sausage will work. Once you have everything chopped, you can do that the day before, or you can just have it like I used to have. I always have, as I said, onions in my fridge, um, some carrots already done. I already have garlic already done during the week. I do this between Sunday and Monday. I have these things already done. And then on a Wednesday, you have almost all the ingredients already. So there's all the ingredients that I'm going to put that are already cooked. I have sweet potato and butternut squash are already cooked. I'm going to put this at the end. I'm going to chop it and put it at the end. And I also have some brown turmeric rice. I can put it at the end or eat it with this, up to you. I'm going to add some kale, chopped kale. That a lot of iron as well and more fiber. So you just want to make a meal that is going to nourish you. It's going to be easy to make. The whole family is going to enjoy. And you're going to have so much in one. You can put spinach as well. Wow. This is awesome. Okay. I'm going to put about 4 cups of the broth. And about 1 cup of lentils. So let's talk about lentils. You have red lentils. Red lentils, let me show you. You can use this red lentils. I love them, but I'm not going to use this in this one. Red lentils, they get very, very mushy. This is very good for what the Indians call dal. They get mushy and very thick. Black lentils are amazing as well. These are black lentils. They're like little dots. I love those. You can put a little bit of those in there. They all have different textures and flavors. This is the French lentil, the few lentils, which are the green lentils. I love these ones too. But today I'm using this organic green lentils. I'm gonna put about a cup. They're very similar to the French lentils. Okay. So I'm going to put about a cup, usually not very into a lot of measuring, but less measuring here. I'm gonna put 2/3 of a cup the green, 1/4 of the black. I love to combine the black and the green. It's fun. You can wash it before and rinse them, make sure there's nothing in there. Hopefully there's nothing because I didn't wash this. So it might look like a lot of liquid, but they will absorb all the liquid. So it's about 4 to 6 cups of liquid to 1 cup of lentils. So here I have 4 cups of liquid, 1 cup of lentils, and we're gonna let it cook for about 20 minutes. And then we're gonna add the kale and the cooked sweet potato, the cooked butternut squash, and it's going to be an amazing, yummy food and meal that you can have every day of the week. And you can also freeze it. It's really good frozen for a weekday that you don't want to cook. And it's going to taste delicious. I'm going to actually give a quick taste of the liquid. Oh, wow. It's sweet, a little bit salty and spicy. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper. I'm not going to put any salt. We're going to salt at the end, salt to taste, because we're avoiding salts and oils. I'm teaching you to cook with no oils, with no salt, or minimum. When you're pregnant, you should salt to taste at the end of the meal. Okay, I'm going to lower the heat, cover, and let it cook for 20 minutes. So while my lentils are cooking, I'm going to make a quick power bowl or power snack with ingredients that I have in my pantry that I always have these ingredients for baking cookies or so these are things that you probably have as well. And these are whole oats. These are raw oats, gluten-free. I have raisins. These are salted, toasted pumpkin seeds, but you can also have some almonds or pistachios or walnuts, whatever walnuts you want. Some mini chocolate chips. These are Rice Krispie and almond butter. You can also use peanut butter. And a sweetener, I'm using maple syrup and a little bit of coconut oil and a pinch of salt. You can also add some cinnamon. So let's make this super quick snack that your kids are gonna love and it's so good to have. You can make it in bowls, you can put it in a container and and put it like bars and then cut it. So there's a lot of ways to do this dessert. Let me change the view so you can see what I'm making. Mix ingredients starting with the almond butter. And it's about half a cup. Add spoon of coconut butter, coconut oil, sweetener, a little bit of mix it. What I like about this, you can make it in a food processor, but I'm gonna make it chunky. So I want it chunky and with a lot of texture. So if you want to make it in a food processor, go ahead, but I want to make it super easy. It's a weekday dessert, weeknight dessert, and you can whip quickly. A little bit of salt. I know. A little bit of salt will work. It's the sweet and the saltiness. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of each thing here. A little bit of raisins, a little bit of oats, a little bit of toasted pumpkin seeds, a little bit of chocolate chips. So mixing and the Rice Krispie. It's a Rice Krispie treat. So I want an easy to mold dough. I want to be able to make this in little balls. And I want to put a little bit of flaxseed. You can also put chia seeds because you're adding protein with the chia seeds. You're adding consistency, you're adding a structure, and you're adding nutrients. So we're gonna go and I have the recipe for this. I'm gonna put it for you, but I'm eyeballing the ingredients because I have done this a million times, so kind of know the texture that I'm looking for. Right? And you can add a little of the ingredients I did on. And this is a healthy sweet dessert that you can have in your refrigerator and just grab it and go. Mmm, I smells so good. So I'm gonna add some flaxseed and some ground cinnamon. Cinnamon. Flaxseed has about it has omega-3, omega-6, omega-9. It has iron and it has magnesium, potassium, 3 grams of protein for every 3 tablespoons. So when you're looking at 3 grams of protein, make sure you put about 2 to 3 tablespoons so you get the grams that it says it has. That also is going to make it more like a dough that you can make. You can also make like cookie shapes. These are like vegan cookies, no bake cookies. See? Okay. Texture. See? Awesome. There you have it. You can roll it in coconut. You can roll it in cocoa powder, dark cocoa powder. You can eat all this raw. And take about a full tablespoon. Sometimes if I'm, if I I'm doing this for other people. I just put it in a scale so they have the same size, or you just use um tablespoon like this, just grab and are the same. I don't like to make them too small, too big. Okay, before I continue making the little bowls, I'm gonna taste it, right? We wanna make sure it has the sweetness that we want. I'm gonna try this little piece here. Mm. So much fun. Crunchy. Mm. Gonna put a little bit more of the maple.
Brenda.
Okay. You can actually add marshmallow to this. You can put the cereal and the marshmallow. You don't even have to bake them. This is raw. I'm making this one raw. Bake them if you want, but not needed. Okay? Like, I like small. I like them one bite. Isn't that easy? You have chocolate, you have oats, you have flaxseed, you have nuts, you have coconut oil, which is good for your hair, for your skin, for your digestion. And you can have the kids do it. If you want, you put more chocolate chips than other stuff if it's for the kids. This is for me, basically. So I don't like it too sweet and I don't like a lot of chocolate chips. So you make it the way you want it and the way your kids like it. That's it. Some of them taste, I make one that tastes like, my husband used to say that it tastes like a healthy Sneakers. A healthy Sneakers or a healthy almond joy. If you put a little bit more, if you put like chocolate or cocoa powder, it's more chocolatey. You can add a larger chocolate chips as well. So this is the good thing about this, that you can make it anywhere you want. Look how any way you want it. And look how easy is this. I don't know. I don't know what is better than this. Look at this. How awesome. This is a healthy snack, guys. You can have this in your fridge. And you know what you could do? You can have one of those bowls and put it in your protein shake in the morning. That easy. This food is ready. And our lentils are ready. Finish up the lentils. This is a lentil stew. So it's not too saucy. So you can see the lentils, the black and the green lentils, the sausages, the vegetables. Now I'm going to finish it with some sweet potato and cooked butternut squash. They're already cooked, so that's why I'm going to put it Now that are almost done, and I'm going to add fresh herbs. This is gonna make the lentils a little bit sweet and give more fiber, more yumminess, more texture, and make it more fulfilling. Okay. I'm also using what I already have. This I did on Monday, and now today I'm using it in my lentils. So I don't have to keep eating the same thing. I'm repurposing, reusing it. Now I'm adding some kale. The purpose of me adding all these ingredients is to make a more nourishing meal. Okay? You want to make a meal that is nourishing, full of nutrients. Kale has a lot of iron as well. It has more nutrients, vitamins, minerals, fiber. So I'm chopping the kale and adding it lentils. You think you have to add a little bit of more stock or water? But I wanted a chunky stew. Oh my God, I wish you can smell this. I think I want to add a little bit more greens. Like I eyeball it, you know? I don't want a lot of greens, but I want it to be balanced. Every time you're cooking, you balance with your eyes. You see, okay, I'm going to put more of this, a little bit less of that. You balance it all. You don't have to be following a recipe. You see the recipe as an inspiration, but not as a Bible. Like you have to follow like a, like a strict rules. Oh my God, I love this. So yummy. Now we're putting the fresh herbs. I'm putting some green onions. And cilantro. Oh, sorry. You're not seeing me cut it. Sorry, guys. Green onions and some cilantro. Cilantro here. And I'm going to turn it off. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. So I'm going to finish it up with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. That will give balance of flavor. You can also put lemon juice. And now I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil, about a teaspoon of olive oil. This will give it a creaminess and a finishing touch. Okay, that's it. Wow, what a beautiful dish. Now let's serve it. Here you, I recommend you to serve it with brown rice or white rice. I put some feta cheese on top, some pickled onions. You can squeeze a little bit of lemon, put a little bit more of cilantro or any fresh herbs. These are kale, not leftover. Uh, but you can put a little bit more of herbs. And this is an amazing dish that you can freeze well and have it for the whole week and even put it on top of your salads, make a nice bowl. And let's just go taste this amazing stew that we just did. I'm gonna grab a little bit of everything and some sausages, the carrot and the sweet potato, the butternut squash, kale. Wow, it's hot. Let's see. Mm, 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 It's a little bit spicy and sweet because the sausages are a little bit spicy, but the sweet potato is sweet and the carrots is sweet. So it balances it out. Don't miss to include the drizzle of apple cider vinegar and olive oil because also that balance all the flavors. Oh, yummy. It's really delicious. I'm going to create a bowl with the rice in the bottom, the lentils on top, some feta cheese, some pickled onion, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice and more cilantro. I hope you like this recipe and make it at home. And don't forget, we make quick dessert with a few pantry items, and it could be a snack, sweet treat for you and for the kids. And I hope to see you in my next class. Oh, what happened? Something happened with my screen. I hope to see you next time. And if you're watching in my YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit like if you enjoy it and share it and come back for more. Every month I have a cooking class for you. And if you want to see any dish, me if you want to see me making any dish from your cuisine, from your country, something that you like to make healthier, let me know and I will create it for you. So thank you. Thank you so much. See you next time in my Real Talk Kitchen. Good night.